Several petitions that were filed in the Court of Appeal today were referred to the Supreme Court for constitutional interpretation. The petitioners had sought a court order preventing the Parliamentary Select Committee from examining the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice, Dr. Shirani Bandaranayake.
When the petitions were taken up for hearing today, lawyers pointed out that according to the Constitution, only an institution vested with judicial powers can hear cases. Therefore, they pointed out in court today that it is unconstitutional for the Parliamentary Select Committee to examine the impeachment motion. Considering the submissions made, the three-member bench of the Court of Appeal decreed that a constitutional interpretation was required.
There were several petitions filed in the Court of Appeal today challenging the validity of the proposed process of hearing Her Ladyship the Chief Justice with regard to the motion of impeachment that is presently before Parliament. And it was questioned by several counsel appearing for several petitioners that the Constitution in Article 4C gives specific power for any judicial inquiry to be conducted only by an organ exercising judicial power. And therefore, whilst Parliament may very well bring an impeachment motion under Article 107, the actual process of hearing could not be done by anyone other than an institution exercising judicial power of the sovereign Sri Lankan citizen by Article 4C. And therefore, there arose a question whether the Standing Order 78A, which had been promulgated some time back, whether that was constitutional. The constitutionality of the standing orders, whether there was a burden of proof, a standard of proof, because none of that is provided for. And therefore, the Lordships of the Court of Appeal sought it fit to refer the matter to the Supreme Court, the Lordship of the Supreme Court, under Article 126(3) for a determination of the constitutionality of this process.
Meanwhile, several other petitions that were filed in the Court of Appeal today pointed out that some members of the Select Committee were biased. The Court of Appeal informed the petitioners that legal provisions require that this must first be considered in the relevant court of first instance.